So what's going to happen? Looks like things are ramping up a bit. Old Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, you're refusing to give or to bring it to a vote for folks to get $2,000 versus the $600 for stimulus. Some checks have already gone out. I guess if you were to do the right thing and to say, okay, let's do 2,000, those folks will be given another check. I'm assuming that's how it will go. But for some odd reason, you're refusing to bring it to a vote. You're refusing to even allow the Senate to vote to determine whether even Republicans are interested or willing to give the American people what they're asking for and what the Republican president is asking for. $2,000 in stimulus versus the $600. Look at your house, Mitch. Your house is being vandalized. They say, F Mitch. They also say, where is our money? They're asking, where is our money? And you know why they're asking this? And you know who's asking this? You know why it's so interesting to me? Because I see Mitch, I see you, and people say, you always want to bring race into it. Everything's about race. It is, most time. Because Mitch is an old Kentucky good old boy. He thinks he's hurting old Democrats, minorities, Negroes, and Hispanics. He thinks he's hurting us by keeping us from this $2,000. Good old boy, Kentucky. How many black folks are in Kentucky? Which is why I would venture to espouse, and I've been in my dictionary thesaurus, I would venture to espouse that the ones that vandalized your house were white boys. Could be wrong, but I would bet the farm on it. I would bet whoever's watching, I would bet your $600 on it. I would. Because this is what changes the game as it relates to this stimulus, Mitch. When you're just thinking that you're hurting minorities, people of color, Democrats, Hispanics, because you think that we all need handouts, entitlement programs, and are lazy and just want to get as much money as we can. But that's not necessarily the case. Some of us are right here downtown in a high rise and we're good. We're not hurting for $600 or $2,000. Many of us don't even qualify. The reason the game changes now is because now you're hurting your own folks. You're hurting the good old white folk in your own constituency that ain't got no money, that's poor, living out in the country, trying to make ends meet, that suffered in 2020 and that are still suffering, but still rah you and still shout, I'm a Republican, I love Trump, I love Mitch, but they broke. All for pride. But that pride starts to dissipate when your stomach is talking and your stomach is touching your back. You're starting to mess them up and piss them off, Mitch. And once you do that, you lose your base. Then you use your power. You start pissing off white folk, things happen. Start messing up white folks' lives, messing with their money, things happen. May not happen when you're just pissing off and trying to hurt Negroes and Hispanics. But when you start messing with your own people, vandalism starts to happen. See that? Same thing happened with Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi had a pig head in front of her garage. People, white folk mad. Black folk, listen, black folk don't go get pig heads and put them in front of people's garages. We don't do that kind of stuff. We don't. We just don't. That's white folk doing that. So Nancy's pissing off white folk. Mitch is pissing off white folk. And you see what happens when you piss off your own people? You might want to do the right thing, Mitch. I know y'all are still in session until Sunday, I believe. We're trying to work on this defense bill. Trying to get it paid like it's been paid the past 5 decades or so. You need to be worried about this stimulus. Some people have already received that $600. So I'm assuming if you do the right thing and allow a vote, that should pass, which will need probably 12 Republican votes to pass, but I think you get it. Because people want to do the right thing and they want to continue to want their base to be happy so they can get voted back in. I think that another check will be sent out, perhaps. I'm assuming another check will be sent out. Maybe that's how it'll work. But you should do the right thing, Mitch. Or else you might keep getting this stuff. I don't know who it is, but it's unfortunate that you're having to pay for your sins. Well, that's politics. I'm Lamar. This is Political Media. Peace out.